What opinion recently got Prince Charles into a spot of trouble, and why is it such a big deal? How might things change when he becomes king? Keep watching as we parse his royal faux pas. The British royal family is a busy bunch. They attend hundreds of official engagements each year, and their duties range from supporting charities to representing the UK at various events. For Queen Elizabeth II, these engagements include ceremonially approving bills in Parliament. These varied responsibilities can sometimes blur the line between what royals should and shouldn't do. As the royal family's official website points out, the monarchy plays a significant role in British culture and tradition, yet its power is extremely minimal when it comes to actual politics. Express notes that royals must follow strict rules to avoid overstepping bounds, but it seems as though Prince Charles, who's first in line for the throne, recently had a bit of a slip-up. On the heels of the Queen's momentous Platinum Jubilee celebration, Charles has landed himself in hot water for sharing a controversial political opinion. Charles and his wife Camilla are gearing up to visit Rwanda for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. The Associated Press reports that ahead of his trip, the future king has been accused of meddling by speaking out about the UK's plan to deport Rwandan asylum seekers. Traditionally, royals are expected to remain neutral on political matters and are barred from influencing government decisions. But a source told The Times that the prince allegedly called the deportation plan appalling and expressed disappointment in it. Roy Anika, royal editor for the Sunday Times, bluntly told ITV,
"I think, like any other human being, the Prince of Wales holds opinions."
Even so, and though Charles reportedly made his remarks during a private conversation, he has been blasted for commenting on government affairs. Nigel Farage, the founder of the Brexit Party, criticized the royal on Twitter, writing, "Unless Prince Charles wants to destroy the monarchy, he had better shut up fast." Another unidentified cabinet member responded by telling The Times, "Prince Charles is an adornment to our public life, but that will cease to be charming if he attempts to behave the same way when he is king." Clarence House, Charles's official residence, released a statement following this string of events, stating, "We would not comment on supposed anonymous private conversations with the Prince of Wales, except to restate that he remains politically neutral." Yet, this is not the first time that Prince Charles has weighed in on political issues. In 2015, letters from 2004 to 2005 between Charles and then Prime Minister Tony Blair and other politicians were made public. They included Charles's thoughts on a range of political topics, including the war in Iraq, herbal medicine, and whether certain animals should be protected. The letters became known as the Black Spider Memos because of Charles's spirally, spider-like handwriting. The Guardian reported that some thought the letters were a clear example of the prince violating political neutrality. Upon their release, however, there wasn't a huge reckoning over them, and his office said the prince had the right to communicate privately. More recently, Charles has come under fire for voicing his opinions on climate change. According to CNBC, at the 2021 United Nations Climate Change Conference, the heir to the throne spoke about the dangers of the loss of biodiversity and climate change. Express reported that Farage found fault in the prince's green kick and said that Charles might be right, but that it wasn't his place to try and influence legislation. Once Prince Charles becomes king, it's quite possible there won't be any more of his political opinions getting out. In an interview with the BBC for his 70th birthday, Charles pointed out the difference between being sovereign and being heir, saying,
"Clearly, I won't be able to do the same things I've done, as heir."
When specifically asked about what's been seen by some as political meddling, he said, "I'm not that stupid to continue doing such when he becomes king." Charles isn't the first royal to be criticized for seemingly airing political opinions, of course. In a 2019 speech, the Queen noted that she hoped people could work to find common ground, which some took to be a political opinion on Brexit. And in 2014, she told someone before the Scottish independence referendum, "I hope people will think very carefully about the future." The Independent noted that some also saw that as a subtle way for her to share her support of Scotland staying a part of the United Kingdom. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about the British royal family are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.